Thursday. We're going to see about working on this Falcon again. I got the radiator mounted. I think I'm going to strip down this firewall, get all this off of here, so we can start over fresh. I don't know what some of this stuff is. And go from there. Well, we got a late start tonight. Yesterday was Falcon Day. Tonight we're going to clean out the bed of government cheese. I'm going to get started on my truck again. For this week, last night on the Falcon, we got all the wiring out of the dash. It's pretty much gutted. Got the steering column tore apart. Got the driver's seat mounted, figuring out where we want the shifter. And all that sort of stuff. We got the firewall cleared off. Got to fill some holes and run some brake lines and whatnot. But it's coming. We got the aluminum slots put on there. Might have to paint the green part, but they're all four put on. So now we're going to clean out the back of the truck so we can get started. Alright, we didn't get a lot done this week. We had a lot of running around to do. Oh boy. Friday, I came here and did a little bit, started cleaning out my truck bed. Got a late start. I forget what I had to do. Saturday, we went to a swap meet, went and got the truck oiled. That video was posted. Sunday, we did some things with the wife. Then I had to go do a side job. Monday, had to follow up with the side job, doing a head on a truck for a guy. Inline 6-cylinder, aluminum head. Monday, had to go see about the cylinder head job again, get some pieces and parts. Today's Tuesday, we had to go vote. And tomorrow's Wednesday, gotta go get something with the wife tomorrow. Thursday, we'll be back on the Falcon with our buddy. But let's see what we got so far. Right now, we're working on a cylinder head. So I'm doing valve seals. This particular piece of truck ate oil. Fouled out the plugs really bad. So I'm doing valve seals for the fella. I put some gasoline in each cylinder head chamber to see if they're leaking. Years ago, my father taught me, and I don't know if it's correct, I don't know if it's worth a crap. If you want to find a leak, put gasoline in there, and that'll definitely show you a leak. And I've done it before, and I've seen leaks. So then you just look in here. That one's pretty dry. That one we just did a valve seal on. Dry, dry, dry. Dry, dry. So all the exhausts are now dry. So if we spin it over, we can check the intake side. What we got on the intake side? It's dry. That one's a little wet. That one's really wet. That one's wet. So we got 3 leaking on the intake side, valve seals. Or valve guides. So we'll finish replacing all the seals and see if it stays dry. If it stays dry, we're good. If it doesn't stay dry, it's going to the head shop. Get a head job. Hopefully, it'll stay relatively dry. So I'm going to get back to pulling valves and valve springs. Let's go dump out the gasoline, because we definitely have no use for that. Then we'll do some more valve seals. Then we got to clean this thing. Get her all hollered out and cleaned up. See what we can do with it. Where do we want to dump that gas? Here we go. There we go. Get what we can inside the trash. Alright, let's look and see. Which ones did we do? We gotta do this. We did that one. We're going this way now. Alright. So, spin it all the way around. We did those two. So now, we'll do this one real quick. Show you what we're doing. And by no means is this idea good, professional. Guy doesn't want to spend no money. And he just wants a valve seal job, if that'll be enough. And these seals are pretty hard. Move you fellas over this way. And girls, I guess. Undo the valve compressor. All the way. Pull that off. We can set that thing down. There's the keepers. There's that valve. Pop off this valve seal. Man, is this thing an oily mess. We'll have to attack it with a... Clean it up real good here. Well, to the best of our capability. Probably this weekend. There's that old valve seal. Here's a new one. Let's get this rag. Wipe that off a little bit. Take some grease. And I don't know if you gotta grease that or not. It's probably not a good idea, but I'll lube it up a little bit. Shove it on there. There we go. Now, this is an intake, so it's not too dirty. It's pretty clean, actually. Let's dry it all off. Put a little grease on it. Again, if this was mine, I'd be sending it out. But this fella doesn't want to spend the money. So this is what he's getting. attack this thing with a bunch of brake clean. Clean it up to the best of our ability. I hate side work. And now we lost the little keepers. Were right here. So now we're in trouble. Where'd they go off to? That's gonna foobarb the whole process, huh? Ah, here they are. So we're going to put that one in there. Put that one in there. Loosen up your valve holder a little. And that's what we're going to do to this head. We're going to half-ass the rest of these. Well, we got our valve seals in. How to explain it? Those of you that know me, know my shop, know whose head this is, know that he's 100 years old. And he knows more than anybody in the world. Forgot more than anybody in the world. And when he says he wants something done, you just do it. Is it right? No. Is it going to fix this problem? Most likely not. This particular motor has 30% leak down on 2 cylinders. Out the dipstick tube. And another old fart told him that it needed valve seals. So he said, do the valve seals. I said it needs a motor. Rebuild. Nope, I'll do the head this year. Next year I'll do the bottom end. Talked to the engine guy and he would prefer to do it all at the same time. So I threw some valve seals in it. I'll clean it up. I might lap the valves a little bit. I don't know. I mean, it's all a waste of time in my opinion, but the customer's always right. So we'll clean it up and throw it back together and see what happens. This week's video's been short. We'll probably tie you this Thursday into this week also. Hopefully we'll get a little more done on the Falcon. Started cleaning out the bed of the truck. Didn't get nowhere on it. We did get struts put on the Jeep. I didn't put them on. Could have I had put them on? Yes. Why didn't I put them on? Well, I have a theory in life, just like mowing grass. To me, you're successful not by the amount of money you have in the bank, not by the number of cars you have, but when you can afford to pay somebody to do something you could do yourself every once in a while. Not all the time. So I have a friend that owns a shop. I had him do the struts. I still have to do brakes. I fixed the Oldsmobile. Got the little go-kart put away for the winter. She's all tucked in her home. We'll check that out next. Alright. So, we're going to get in here and try to fix on this tunnel a little. I don't know if you can see that. I'll try to get under there and show you. It's pretty rough. So I'm going to get my big ass in there and see what I can do. I'm going to crawl under there and then I'll turn this back on and show you what I see. So this under here is pretty rough. We're going to see what we can do with it here. We're going to try putting some welds in some places. See if we can make anything solid. Because this is pretty bad. Not happy with this part. Might have to cut it all out and start over. I'm not sure yet. But we'll see what we can come up with. Alright, so it's Saturday morning. Friday was a dud. We had some stuff to do. Had a plumbing emergency. Our shower faucet wouldn't turn off, so I had to take care of that. So we had to leave early Thursday. Had to repair the shower Friday. Hopefully this will be enough to make a video for the week. We'll find out later today when we go home. But a recap of what we did Thursday. We found plugs and plugged all the holes in the firewall. Mounted the accelerator. Mounted the seats. They were all mounted. Got all them holes figured out. Messed with the steering column assembly. Started welding in the shifter. We got to make some sheet metal for the sides and grind on it and weld it one more time, and that should be good. That's about it for Thursday and Friday. Wasn't a very productive week on camera, but we got a lot done. Well, my mother finally showed up, and I get to work on this piece of junk. A Kia Soul, worst car ever made. If it wasn't my mother's, I wouldn't have this foreign piece of garbage in here. We're replacing the front bumper skin doodaddy thing. This spaghetti noodle goes on there. So let's see if we can get that off. Alright, we got the bumper off. Now we got to put all that crap onto that piece of garbage. And put it all back together again. Screws, rivets, I mean, we have things to put on there that I don't even know what they are. Well, we got all the crap switched over for this pile of junk. Project Mom's bumper. We had to epoxy some of it because this piece was busted. But it's together. Time to go flop this noodle on that piece of junk. That goes on there. There she is. All back together. Now all we got to do is see if we can do anything with that. We'll see what we can do. Let's open the door so we can get a better look. Kia Soul. Worst car ever made. See if we can do anything with this. We're not going to be able to get that out, but we might be able to touch that up a little bit for her. We touched up the rust a little bit. Put a new bumper on it. Rosie is ready to ride. Worst car ever made. Like I said, if it wasn't for my mom, I wouldn't be working on this piece of shit. For buying an eBay already painted bumper, doesn't match too bad. It's not perfect, but it's not too bad. Good enough for a stupid Kia Soul. So this is where the little car, the go-kart, resides for the winter. It's our little one-car attached house garage. It's very small. So for this week, we got the Kia Soul done. Boy, that was a dream job. And it's Sunday morning, and we're going to go work on the Falcon a little and do a side job. But we're going to get this video up. That'll be in next week's video. Remember, like and subscribe, Side Money Garage. Check it out. Hit the bells, hit the dingers, do whatever you're supposed to do. Leave us a comment. Do something already. Thank you.